Mr. Chairman, for this very important hearing. Thank you, Assistant Administrator, for testifying here about excuse me, the administration's actions to protect clean air by reducing carbon emissions from power plants. From my perspective, the science is clear. Climate change is real. The burning of fossil fuels contributes to it significantly, and it is an immediate threat to families and communities in every corner of this country and in the world. Industrial activity in the United States has been a major contributor to carbon pollution over the years. Whether we like it or not, our country has the dubious distinction of having been a leader in creating the problem. But now, thanks to the hard work of this administration, we are on track to solving this problem. Something that I think is often overlooked by many of the opponents of rules that limit carbon pollution from power plants is the benefit that families will see in terms of public health. The administration's proposed rules are strongly supported by health professionals. In fact, I'm sure that you're aware the Academy of Pediatrics, the American Heart Association, the Lung Association, Thoracic Society, Public Health Association, and several other public health organizations sent a letter to the EPA which stated the changing climate threatens the health of Americans alive now and in future generations. Consequently, the nation has a short window to act to reduce those threats. Given that statement from some of these leading and well-respected public health organizations, can you elaborate on the public health risks that American families will continue to face if we fail to act to reduce carbon emissions from power plants?
Sure, Senator. So there are some pretty immediate impacts. As we see temperatures go up, those kinds of conditions are more conducive to ozone formation. Ozone has very well demonstrated impacts, immediate impacts on families, including exacerbating asthma, in bringing on asthma attacks, leading to all kinds of medical expenses, as well as missed school, missed work, and that sort of thing. Increases in, there's drought, which is in severe drought, which is occurring, that has significant impacts on public health. The changes in temperatures are changing the seasons of various allergens. They're changing the patterns of various vectors that can lead to disease. So these are the kinds of things that scientists are seeing as a result of climate change impacts that are occurring.
According to New York State's comments on the proposed clean power plant rule, the Northeast has recently been subjected to greater increase in extreme precipitation than any other region in the nation. And sea level rise along New York's Atlantic coast has exceeded 18 inches since 1850. Recently, the Northeast has experienced extreme weather events that are more intense and more frequent than what we've seen before. While there is much talk of the potential costs of reducing emissions, there are significant costs to the economy if we decide to do nothing. Has the EPA looked at the costs to other areas of the economy of failing to enact strong carbon emissions reductions? Would you agree that the costs of rebuilding our infrastructure and shorelines, providing billions of dollars in disaster assistance every year from extreme weather, and disrupted agriculture and fishery production, among other economic effects, far outweigh the costs of complying with the rules?
I certainly would, Senator. The greatest cost is to do nothing here, and the kinds of impacts that you're citing are ones that scientists are saying are happening and will happen more in the future, and those are very, very costly events. And particularly implementing the rule as we have proposed it here, that provides flexibility for states to invest in their local communities, bring jobs, invest in energy efficiency, which will reduce the need for electricity. Those are very positive economic benefits.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you.